So this zombie thing, she feel obligated to put another film on YouTube. In this film, she is trying really hard to answer to a few questions. And, like I'm going to prove, she is not doing a really good job with these questions. I do not know if the reason for that is because she's an atheist or because she is a blonde atheist. And these questions were made by some other atheists who do not really have anything better to do, and he challenged his atheist brothers.
Because now Keane got suspended. Again. Before his suspension, he made a question video to atheists that I was going to respond to.
This is like
now that
before
he's back with a
and
new
after
account,
bread.
I will go on and do so.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Also, the Peach tagged me to do that lip singing to a song thing that's going on lately, and I know it's...
What? I'm interested to hear the questions and the answers.
It's really silly, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and somehow mix it in this video. I mean, what can you do? It's Peach. I have to do what she says, right?
I suppose. Okay, whatever.
So let's get this rolling.
Finally. Yeah.
Where do you get your morality from? Please explain your morality. I think we construct our moral values basing them on reason, by analyzing the consequences of our actions, by thinking in the terms of what kind of world would this be if every single person was allowed to do this action. For instance, I don't think that any reasonable person would want to live in a world where, let's say, rape or murder were permissible and considered normal, something that everybody could just do. As for me, on an individual level, I apply the same logic.
Okay, what is wrong with this classical atheist speech? Two things. 1. Human morality is subjective and varies from country to country, from culture to culture. For example, we cannot decide if it is okay to have a capital punishment or not, and if it is, who should we apply it to? Murderers, rapists, thieves? Also, we cannot decide on gay marriages or other things, if it is okay or not to allow sexual relations with animals. Some countries accept this, others do not. Internet is certainly full of such sites. Should they be prohibited or not? In the West, there is also a discussion about what some people call
legal pedophile websites that portray pictures of little girls in suggestive poses. These are 100% legal and protected by our First Amendment. This is unacceptable. This is why we want to pass April's law.
And other people would call the same thing art involving young top models. In the same time, in Europe, there is a discussion about legalizing sex in public places. Whether to legalize or not the consumptions of drugs is another problem. There is also a discussion about racist organizations. Where do the individual's rights stop and where the state authority begins? Also, we cannot decide about abortion or what we should do if a baby survives an abortion.
Now, the heart rate has speeded up dramatically and the child's movements are violent at this point. It does sense aggression in its sanctuary. It is moving away. One can see it moving to the left side of the uterus in an attempt, a pathetic attempt, to escape the inexorable instruments which the abortionist is using to extinguish its life.
The problem with human moralities is very complex. Of course, atheists, they want to keep this very simple.
For example, I wouldn't like to be cheated on, so I'm not a cheater.
2. Atheists want us to forget about everything good that religion brought into this world. Everything they want to talk about is crusade and Islamic extremists. They are basically lying to everyone.
Why do you accept evolution?
So Christina believes in evolution. Okay, this is very important in what I'm trying to prove.
What is the meaning and purpose of your life? I don't think there is an objective purpose or meaning to our existence. That doesn't mean that I live my life as if I have no meaning or no purpose, because my brain is constantly fabricating subjective purposes and meanings that feel real enough to motivate me and justify my actions.
Say that again, please.
Because my brain is constantly fabricating...
Okay, I got the picture. So, if you believe in evolution, and your brain is the result of this evolution, how could you know you could trust your own brain? How could you trust your brain about evolution, about anything?
What is the greatest thing that you have done for others?
Maybe you destroy somebody's fate,
and 1 month later will end up committing suicide. This is a funny one. Would you kill for atheism?
I am not laughing. Atheism is the religion with the most bloody history.
Why are you an atheist and consider your position valid?
Yeah, I mean especially when your brain is the result of evolution. Also, do you know everything about everything? If not, how could you reach such a conclusion? So, do you hold all the information about the universe, biology, anatomy, mathematics, physics, so you could draw such a conclusion? If God is the result of an equation, so what result can you get when you have more unknown number than known?
If you died and discovered that a God exists, what would you say to he, she, it?
He would probably say to you, Christina, what you are doing here? Go to hell.
Cause let me tell you something, you fail. What religion is the most dangerous in your eyes?
Atheist, fundamentalist, atheist like you, Christina.
Would the world be a better place without religion? At this point I think it would.
How I said before, atheists want us to forget about everything good that religion brought into this world. For example, before Christianity, work was considered humiliating, something degrading, something suitable only for slaves. Respect towards women, it's also an idea brought by Christianity. Today atheists are the product of a culture founded on a religion. Their morality is closely connected with their culture, so with the religion of their parents.
Besides, there would be one less powerful tool of controlling the masses.
The biggest atheist ever would be so proud.
If you could go back in time and kill Hitler or Stalin as babies so they wouldn't kill millions in the future, would you do it?
Go back in time? Are you atheists watching too many movies?
So today, man is successfully probing deep into the mysteries of the universe. Can he penetrate the greatest mystery of all, time itself?
Well, if traveling to the time where Hitler was a child was possible...
So, you don't believe in God, but would you believe in something like going back in time?
Why is it that we usually ignore the fourth dimension? You see, we can move in the other three. As the doctor said, up, down, forwards, backwards, sideways. But when it comes to time, we are prisoners.
Well, I don't think I would kill him. I would probably just go to him and say,
"Yo, listen up, you little piece of shit in becoming. There is no such thing as a superior race."
And probably little Hitler will answer like this. Hey lady, leave me alone. I just read this in a book, okay? The origin of species by means of natural selection or the preservation of favored races. And these atheists, they attack Christian and they are saying the Christians are choosing what to believe from the Bible. But atheists are choosing too what to believe from evolution. Atheists, let's forget about going back in time, okay?
If that machine can do what you say it can, Destroy it, George, before it destroys you.
What would it take you to believe in a God? Again, evidence.
Science is already researching the supernatural, but atheists were not interested of that, because they already have a belief system in nothing. For example, there are some interesting studies in domains such as parapsychology, like those done by Russell Targ, or the studies done on water by Dr. Ematos. There are also people who believe that quantum mechanics is going to offer us an answer very soon.
Pula boi, pula cavalo e boi, coração pula no peito, lembrando o amor que se foi. Foi feliz